Welcome to Dr. P.C. Verma Economics YouTube channel, which is meant for aspirants for IAS, uh, IES, RBI officers grade examination, the state bank interview, and like that, NABARD examination. Everywhere, this cash deposit ratio and currency deposit ratio are always often asked. What is the difference between the cash deposit ratio and the currency deposit ratio? Today, we will discuss on this topic. As per the RBI website, cash deposit ratio cash deposit ratios, cash deposit ratios. Cash deposit ratio of scheduled commercial banks हम्म, हम्म, नहीं। हाँ, ऐसे ही वो अच्छा लगता है लोगों का। तो ठीक है, फिर हटा इसको। फिर वापस कैसे आएगा? नहीं। हाँ, उसे नहीं करो। ये वाला हटाइए ना। We have we have examined the cash deposit ratio, and we found that cash reserve ratio is the ratio of how much a bank lends out of the deposit it has mobilized. It indicates how much how much of a bank's core funds are being used for lending, the main banking activity. It can also be defined as total of cash in hand and balances with RBI divided by total deposits. It means cash deposit ratio is a particular term for which RBI declares that cash deposit ratio of scheduled commercial bank is the ratio of cash in hands and balances with the RBI as percentage of aggregate deposit. Again, I repeat, cash deposit ratio of scheduled commercial banks is the ratio of cash in hand and balances with the RBI as percentage of aggregate deposits. In a simple word, cash deposit ratio is the ratio of how much a bank lends out of the deposit it has mobilized. It indicates how much of a balance, it indicates how much of a bank's core funds are being used for lending, the main banking activities. It can also be defined as total cash in hand and balances with RBI divided by total deposits. So this is all about the particular term cash deposit ratio and known as CDR. But there is another word also which is similar to CDR, that is the currency deposit ratio. Currency deposit ratio refers people's preference for liquidity. We all know liquidity in economics, in banking sense, liquidity means cash. Liquidity means cash. So, currency deposit ratio is the abbreviation, it may be CDR, but it does not make it clear that which type of CDR. CDR may be cash deposit ratio, CDR may be currency deposit ratio. In any interview of banking PO officers interview, when you are asked that what is CDR, you coin the term CDR. In a banking sense, cash deposit ratio, and in general sense, it is currency deposit ratio. Currency deposit ratio reflects people's preference for liquidity. Liquidity means cash, cash in hand, liquidity. It is a purely behavioral parameters that depends on, among other things, on the second pattern, on the seasonal pattern. We all know that there is a season of borrowing, that is in agriculture. When seed sowing time comes, farmers are in need of credit, farm credit or loan. Then currency deposit ratio reflects people's preference for liquidity. It is a purely behavioral parameters that depends, among other things, on the seasonal pattern. In agriculture, seasonal pattern is this: marriage season, then many commodities are needed in marriage season, right from gold jewelry, silver jewelry, dresses, and eatable things. At that time, many people want to have a preference for liquidity and cash. Although nowadays, due to the development of UPI technique, there is no need to keep cash, only that mobile will help you in the things. But there are many things in the market which you cannot buy through UPI. They say, no, I want cash. And it may be because of certain legal factors also. In a businessman keeps many things to sell, but whether they are permissible to be sold by him or not, that is a questionable. Therefore, they like to have cash. But 99% nowadays, they do not like to keep currency, keeping in pocket, keeping in bag. Very, very difficult moving in the market, going to the bank for deposit or outing from the bank, having deposit cash. So it has become a matter of restrictions. People think that less cash transactions should be done and more transactions through credit cards, debit cards are followed. Therefore, the preference for liquidity is less in a honest people. You may have seen in the photograph in the television reporting several crores cash found in the almirah of different types of businessmen and even politicians also, businessmen also. So these are the things of not legal. But generally, people can carry cash, and that is illegal for him, as the cash is earned money. Money may be earned, and money may you get through bribe. This creates in our economy parallel economy. One economy, general economy, and another parallel economy equal to that. And therefore, many policies which are taken to correct things failed, because you take only the money which are the legal tender with the people, businessmen. And there are many people who have enough legal tender, but which are not under legal protection, because they have not paid any tax on that, nor informed government about his real income. So that is another thing. So we now in a position to distinguish between cash deposit ratio and the currency deposit ratio. Again, I am at the end. Again, I say cash deposit ratio is the ratio of how much a bank lends out of the deposits it has mobilized. It indicates how much of a bank's core funds are being used for lending, the main banking activity. It can also be defined as total of cash in hand and balances with RBI divided by total deposit. On the other hand, the currency deposit ratio reflects people's preference for liquidity. It is purely behavioral parameters that depends, among other things, on the seasonal pattern. And in economics, John Maynard Keynes, writer of a book popularly known as General Theory, and the correct name is The General Theory of Employment, Interest and Money, published in 1936. John Maynard Keynes said that people want to keep money for three purposes. Number one, transaction motive. Number two, precautionary motive. Number three, a speculative motive. Transaction motive means day-to-day expenditure. This is more or less constant. Precautionary motive is that money which are kept for urgent need, sudden accident, sudden fire, sudden theft. These activities may happen in your family, then you put some cash for that purpose ready in the house, where you keep, you know, or your mother know, if you are unmarried, and if you are married, then your wife may know. If mother and wife are not there, then your son or daughter will know. But everyone know that some money is in the house in case of fighting, the sudden accident, sudden hospital activity, sudden fire, like that. So that is called precautionary motive, demand for the people, for the cash. First is transaction motive, for the demand for money, day-to-day transaction. It is not very much affected by interest rate. Precautionary motive demand is also not affected by interest rate. And third is a speculative motive. A speculative motive that you know every day in television, in TV, in Facebook, there are so many persons, they say, why you are not crorepati? Come to my class, 4 hours class. I will tell you how to become crorepati. And like this, at least I have seen 4 or 5, 6 persons repeatedly coming in my work on Facebook. And they say then buying and selling of share in the market. I will tell you that when to buy, when to sell, when to enter, when to out. Such type of thing they say. And one person is always say, why you are not crorepati? Everyone, why you are in a job? Leave job and work with the with his training for trading of shares, like that. So these are called a speculative motive. A speculative motive means there is risk in it. And risk will come any time. I was a professor teaching PG dash. PG dash means postgraduate diploma in actuarial science. I was a professor of economics in Patna College, that is for arts section. And Patna University, there is a science college. In a science college, in a statistics department, this course was being taught. I was also taking classes in that actuarial science. Why economics teacher was called for teaching actuarial science? Because economics teaches actuarial activity, risk activity, and why what to do when these risk activities come in. So there are many models to reduce risk activity in the business. And so I was a teacher in postgraduate department in actuarial science run under University Department of Statistics in Science College, situated in Science College. So now we come to the conclusion that cash deposit ratio is a ratio of how much a bank lends out of the deposit it has mobilized. And currency deposit ratio reflects people's preference for liquidity. Liquidity means demand for money. Thank you for watching my video. Like it, subscribe it, tell your friends about this video, which is taught by a professor who had been teaching for the last 50 years. I have completed 50 years teaching to postgraduate student, graduate student of economics, law, business management, actuarial science, rural management, and many other places. I have traveled Poland, Germany, Netherlands, Canada, knowing about their development, comparing with our development. My conclusion that we are the best. Thank you for watching this video.